to use the language naturally, you need to know how words come together in groups or one after another. There are certain combinations of words which might look grammatically correct, but they are not correct in usage. People who use English as a mother tongue, the native speakers, have a way of arranging the words which we need to learn. Because when somebody is learning our language, we also expect them to learn the correct combination of words. This is called collocation. By learning the way in which words collocate with each other, we improve our English. For example, we don't say big rain, we say heavy rain. We do not say suffer with, we say suffer from. We don't say talk fastly, we say talk fast. This video has many such examples. If you practice these and think of more examples which will add to the list of collocations you have, your English will become better. So let's begin. You may have a question in your mind. What is collocation? A collocation is a combination of two or more words in English, which are often used together. If one of the words or more than one of the words is changed, replaced even by a word of exactly the same meaning, the collocation does not remain the same. It does not remain right. It is not natural use of the language. If we define it further, we find that word pairs that have a natural relationship, changing which sounds incorrect in English, is collocation. If you have a natural relationship and you disturb that, then the language becomes clumsy. This is a very important point for all of you who want to become perfect in the use of English. Why collocation is important? Because it helps to improve English fluency. Those of you who say you're hesitating is because you haven't mastered the natural flow of language and the right relationship of words. So we learn collocation and find that it is very important because it makes English sound natural. Right from the beginning, I'm telling you this point, very important point for you to learn good English. Another great advantage of collocation is that it helps to expand your English vocabulary. All of us want to have a good vocabulary in the language which we are learning, because words are the building blocks of a language. If we know how to use the words properly, in what places and with what meaning, we can use collocation. You may find that when I'm doing sessions for special members in one of the classes, that is video number 3, I have mentioned the word collocation again and again, where the collocation went wrong because the participants in the session were not using the correct way in which, although it was a vocabulary class, we were looking at the right collocation also from the sentences which they made. Now let us see examples of the 3 types of collocation in English. The first of them is the verb-noun combination. Which verb combines with what noun in a correct form, and which other verb, if you replace it, becomes wrong. For instance, make a decision is the correct collocation, not have a decision, not do a decision, or not say a decision. So do or say or have do not collocate with decision. The word is make a decision. Verb make noun decision, the relationship is important, and that is what collocation is all about. This is the second type of collocation out of three, adjective-noun combination. The first one was verb-noun. Now we have adjective-noun. Look at the example. We say large audience. Large is an adjective. Audience is the noun. Not a big audience. Not a fat audience. Big, fat, large. These can be used as synonyms, but not in collocating with the noun audience. Of the three types of collocation, we have now come to the last one, that is adverb-adjective combination. We did noun and verb and noun, adjective and noun. Now we have adverb and adjective combination. For instance, interesting is an adjective. You want to add to it, you say really interesting, not basically interesting, not actually interesting, not, any of the immediately or suddenly interesting. We don't use those forms when we want to convey that interesting has to be multiplied in degree. It has to be increased in degree. We can say very interesting. That also collocates well. But we cannot use any of the other adverb forms which I just mentioned. Now interesting, then interesting. These forms we cannot use. To help you practice collocation, here are 10 sentences in the exercise where you find two word combinations and only one of them is correct. Look at both the sentences and then tell me about the correct one. Before you see the answer, I'd be happy if you already have the correct answer in your mind. That way you practice. Suppose you get it wrong, no problem. You can always watch the video once or twice more till you become perfect in these 10 sentences and then go on to hundreds of sentences of correct collocation. Some of the students do many mistakes and some of the students make many mistakes. Now this was there in the example also. You can easily get the answer to this. Here the correct collocation is make mistakes. The rest of the sentence is perfect, no change there. Some of the students make many mistakes. Now you've used an adjective, that is fine. But collocation here is verb and noun. Make mistakes. Here is sentence number 2. The boy felt a sharp pain in his ankle after the accident. Or the boy felt a bitter pain in his ankle after the accident. You have to choose the correct relationship. Here the relationship is between an adjective and a noun. Pain is the noun. Sharp and bitter are two adjectives. You have to choose the correct one. The correct answer is the boy felt a sharp pain in his ankle after the accident. Sharp and bitter are synonyms of each other, but when it comes to pain, we cannot use it because bitter is usually used for taste, etc., or for an experience. Here, sharp is the correct collocation for pain. Look at sentence number 3. The two choices are, you cannot remove a promise you have made, or you cannot break a promise you have made. The collocation is again verb and noun. Promise is the noun. The two verbs are remove or break. The correct collocation is break. You cannot break a promise you have made, not the other one. Remove is not the correct one here. Now we come to sentence number 4. The two choices are: the boss got angry with one of the managers, and the boss grew angry with one of the managers. You have got angry, verb and noun, grew angry, verb and noun. Noun is the same, the verb has changed. Here the correct answer is: the boss got angry with one of the managers. We don't use the form grew angry because that is not the correct collocation. The relationship between angry and got is the correct collocation. The relationship between grow and angry is not the correct collocation. Now we come to the next one, that is sentence number 5. The two choices are: I want to go back to my village, or I want to return back to my village. Go back and return back. This is the relationship where there is a problem of collocation in one of them. What you have to do is to look for that. The correct answer for sentence number 5 is: I want to go back to my village. We don't say return back because return means to go back. So it becomes go back or go back. That is how it becomes, or go back. That kind of repetition is there if you say return back. So we avoid the collocation return back and we use the collocation go back. Shall we now look at the two sentences for number 6? The first one is: you must come prepared for the interview. And the second one is: you must arrive prepared for the interview. Here we have come prepared and arrive prepared. Come and arrive are synonyms of each other, but only one collocation is right here. The relationship in one sentence is right. The relationship in the other sentence is clumsy. Structurally, it can fit, but when you use it, it sounds bad. Here the answer is: you must come prepared for the interview. You can say arrive for the interview on time. There, arrive is correct. You must arrive for the interview on time. So arrive, interview, that collocates. But prepared does not collocate with arrive. That is where the mistake is. The 7th collocation has these two choices. Listen to the story, but you must keep it a secret. Or listen to this story, but you must hold it a secret. So keep secret or hold secret. Keep and hold are synonyms, but in collocation, only one of them is right. Here's the answer to sentence number 7. Listen to this story, but you must keep it a secret. The word keep here is the right collocation, not the word hold. Keep this safely or hold this safely. That you can have sentences like that. Hold this for me or keep this for me. You can have sentences like that. There are no problems of collocation. But when it comes to secret, we keep a secret. We don't hold a secret. The two sentences on question number 8 have made and gave as a choice in collocation. The speaker made a powerful speech is one, and the other one is the speaker gave a powerful speech. Powerful speech is there for both. Made and gave, these two have problems. One of them collocates and the other does not. We use the collocation gave a speech. So we say the speaker gave a powerful speech. Made usually is used for a presentation. My colleague made a good presentation, or the chief guest made an interesting presentation. So their made is right. But when it comes to speech, the preferred collocation is gave. The two sentences here, that is in number 9, are yesterday there was strong rain and a stout wind. Here we have rain and wind with two adjectives, strong and stout. The other sentence has yesterday there was heavy rain and a strong wind. The two adjectives are heavy and strong. Now, the two nouns need to have the right collocation. So choose that sentence which has both nouns collocating with their own adjectives. So sentence number 9 has two places, two relationships or 2 points of collocation. One is for heavy rain and the other is for strong wind. We don't say strong rain. We don't say stout wind. We say yesterday there was heavy rain and a strong wind. That is how these two adjective noun collocations are arranged in this sentence. Sentence number 10, the last one in our video today. The two choices are, will you have some dinner or will you take some dinner? We have dinner common to both, and the verbs which go with it, have and take, have some collocation problem in one of them. The relationship between the verb and noun has to be decided. The answer is, will you have some dinner? Usually when it comes to eating, we use the form have. And therefore, take, we use taking tea or taking coffee, that. But when it comes to breakfast, lunch, dinner, we say have rather than take. The preferred collocation is have dinner. After watching this video, you have learnt the importance of collocation. So listen to good English wherever you can carefully. Read good English books. Note the way in which words come together in a particular order. The correct sequence of words you must keep in mind. The more you read or listen, those become a part of your memory. Then practice using these combinations so that your collocation becomes correct. In this way, you will improve your English and your collocation will make your speaking better. All the best and thank you.